This week on Bubunki and Friends, we continue on the topic that says men do not speak out. And we are on the second episode. So watch out, listen out, and get educated.
Dimasiari Tamadashu. It's your girl, Bubunki Mokorowa Muvenda. We are back at it again, guys. Last time, Richipeta, we were talking about the issue of why do men keep everything to themselves. And I think we are getting to a point where we're really trying to getting to understand, because really we judge men because men don't speak. And if you don't speak, someone will speak for you. But then also, we have a reason why we speak for them, because of a woman shouts through emotions, and when a man doesn't shout. That is the reason why they say a man doesn't like noise, because they are not used to shouting. So why is it that you would be causing all this noise? That's why he doesn't even open up. It's the nature of a man to be cocooned. But then Tina, anyway, guys, I didn't even welcome you. This topic is too deep. Nyashisa,
Yeah, no,
I'm hot and happening.
it is too deep. Lochani Ebeke too. It's Rhoda again, and yeah, I'm with my girl, and we have our guest as well. He will introduce himself.
Dumelang ke Archibald Letala Mogobu wa kwa Mogobu. Stolo sa kwa Mogobu le ba Majatladi. Ke sware solana sa kwa Meketsane. Shimana ko Marapiane. Papa banyana.
Yes,
Papa re me ikantse ka sebedi.
Ay,
African traditional man.
guys. Ay, re na le poho ka mo studio ka jeno, re na le breadwinner, re na le papa bana, re na le everything.
provider.
Bona re na le provider, re na le tlhogo. Ha ba re na le tlhogo ka jeno, re na le tlhogo, guys. And then we're gonna carry on from where we left off. If you didn't watch the previous episode, you won't get it for guys.
So
Right
please
now.
go to
Please go to our previous episode and catch up,
Mhm.
and then you can understand where we are. We are actually comforting, and we are also firing at the same time. Kore ke di bullet ka mo ke di
Yeah, ra-
ra-
ke defender.
ranesa, wa bona?
Mhm.
And we want to understand gore, how is it that we are not on the same page with our men? You know, a re rena re happily married. But we are just saying gore, we have those challenges where we have to understand those phenomena. You know, this thing where I remember growing up where we would hear stories ya gore, yo, papa ba mang ba mkrele ko mokhukhung, ano go etseng ka hae ke double story, you know. So abuta rena is, it's kind of explaining gore why would we find him ko mokhukhung a tloetse double story ela ena leng everything, ena le fridge tletse dipalone di French, and then ka mola gona selo. So yes, we welcome you again, and
Thank you
thank you
very
for
much.
praising us, and thank you for allowing us gore ra setso today.
Yeah,
But it's for the good for
for a
all
good
the
purpose.
other
Yeah.
women, you
Yeah,
know.
well.
So you were saying last time, please carry on.
As I was saying that men are, ready cuckoo. Re so. And then how mpakela le shata. I can't think. Or understand? As a man, I'm bound to think for greatness. You understand? And my mind, remember, the Bible instructs a man to be a provider. Again. And there is no way I heard earlier on Bubunki said, excuse me, "Monna ke tlhogo, mosadi ke molala." It's not there in the Bible, I'm sorry. It's not there.
It's
Can
the
you give
pastors
me
that
can you give me the
preach
next?
Man is the head.
It's
It's
the
okay.
The
plat-
men
it's the pastor.
the Ephesians 5 verse 26, it says husband, no, it says husband. Oh no, it actually starts with the wife. It says wives, love your husbands, submit to them as unto the Lord. Submit.
What is submission to you?
Angaqedi. Submit. Then it says husband, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for it. So what do you mean as a man, I should give myself up so that you can have a better life.
So that
Now,
Right.
now, the minute I don't give you a better life, there's no way you'll know submission. He saw this thing. You understand?
Mhm.
Mina, I dare to say, obana rona banna are the cause of separations sometimes.
Most times.
Most times. No, sometimes.
All the time.
All the
No, no,
time.
no, no. Why I'm saying that? Because you'd find a woman who's submissive, then the man becomes abusive. We then misinterpret submission as slavery. I grew from a family of 3 boys, ne? And I'm the firstborn child. Now, I already know how to cook, and I cook the best food.
Ooh,
I cook the
okay.
best
Chef.
meals. I cook like
Okay.
I in the kitchen. I will intimidate you.
Mm.
And when you do
That's a
laundry,
turn on, ladies.
when you do laundry, I would want to help you. Why? Because I'm sure you ask any man, what do you want in life? No, I want money. I want a house. I want cars. And I want a wife. I want a man. Akunalawo pale khona ukuthi I want a donkey engizoyigibela every now and then. I want a slave that's gonna clean every day after me. So why not so taller umfazi? Then umfazi wakho becomes now a slave. Uyageza ushi underwear. Uyotopa ubani. You understand?
Exactly.
You used to do that ekhaya. Mina ekhaya
Dini, yes.
yeah, ekhaya akunantombazana. So I know that each and everything nangiqeda ukupheka, the stove must be clean.
Okay.
Amabhodo awafanelanga ukuyelela ilo kanje phandle uthola ipapa idolo ibhodo lepapa, you know, pizza iyela metshegedi komkontle, you know, o fetso tlhapa underwear shile baby tla salon phuthela for what?
Yeah,
As
because-
a slave is how.
Mhm. Okay.
Wang understand ne?
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, and sometimes rona banna we are favored. You find a good woman
Mm,
and wamkhubat
mm,
because of your past experiences.
mhm. Yeah.
It's something that
Yeah.
I have learned.
Yeah. Okay,
true.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you. Ke batla o ska tswa back to submission. There's a reason why I'm asking what is submission to you? Because now, as a man, and then you want to get married, guys, let's not play around. Let's be real now. You need, as a man, to understand the structure of marriage,
Mhm.
right? You
Mhm.
can't just want to get married because of people are getting married. When o batla bana or o nyaka lapa. There are men who just feel like being married, ke really nna my wife, ke lapa laka. You think you've made it. No, you need to understand the structure of what it is. Hence, I'm saying there's a saying, I don't know where they got it from then. Monna ke tlhogo, right? Mosadi ke molala. This head cannot survive on the body without the neck,
Mhm.
right? Which means I need to be supporting you. But then now, when the Bible says a woman must submit, look, women, we are very emotional and very stubborn. I am not going to submit where there's no love. Because the Bible clearly said, "Monna rata mosadi wa hao." Men love
Exactly.
your wife. So if you're not showing me love, what am I submitting to? Because
Yeah.
I can't submit to abuse and call it love. I can't submit to your harshness and say because I'm playing my part. If I'm going to play my part in submission, submission is not forced. As much as respect is earned, it's not forced. Now, in our generation of men, they force respect ka go ba harsh. Banna ba bang, basadi ba bang. No, don't come with your past experiences or your outside experiences as a man and then o batla o mo lenyalong. What is your structure? When you say indlu yami mina ime kanje, you can't come and say mina umfazi wami mangithi jump uthi how high. Then that woman is not submitting, she's fearful. Jump. Hi, Papa. Why ke jumpa? Okay, msali aka jumpa because of mole. How katama utloa. You are giving me
Exactly,
enough
exactly.
reason for me to understand.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
ntate o ariki jump? You can't just come and say jump because I say so. No, Kimsadi, I'm going to turn around and say no. I can't do that.
can't do
I
that.
don't have to. Then everybody basadi ba tella. But then what am I submitting to, guys? If you don't love me, I can't submit to the absence of love because now a woman is very emotional. We expect this love. It's like yo, that's why we lose ourselves so much when a man starts, you know, treating you otherwise. Banwa dipidisi, commit suicide because of what I am lacking is this love that you must give me. And what you are lacking is this respect that I must give you. But I can't give you what you are not giving. Because our structure of what marriage should be, you've got an idea because of you come from a marriage, a failed one. You've got an idea because of your friends are doing this. That is the reason why a man who's not structured in everything that he does, uqala go cheat because of friends are cheating. Utswile le dithomi. You know, a strong man will go out with his friends and ba cheat them all. And I don't know. That's not for me. I'm okay. I'm happy. But a weak man will join and do the same, and then or men are doing it. You know, you know, men do it also. Le nna ke monna ke phazame. No, guys, and then I must submit to that. That's not fair. That's why I'm saying, what is submission to a man? Because now, in the olden days, there's a video on TikTok that was going around. This old couple, I'm sure they are 90 years. They are so in love. Oh, the man was walking like this, giving the wife a lunch bar. Then before she received it, she clapped the hand. Thank you. It's that thing. That's love. She knows why she's clapping her hands. She's not a fool. He knows why he's giving her the chocolate and not eating it. Ufile msadi wa hae aja, anata, then he ate. This is a man who has structured his marriage ya gagwe o e structurile in love and respect. Marriage cannot be respect only. I'm demanding respect because I'm a man. Ke batle ras. Ke tlo rasetsa until you show me love. And how mpontsha lerato when a man loves you and shows you that he loves you, it's not through material things. Men just think we crave material things so much. No, it's just a lost generation of women that are craving for material things. Because as a woman, I can create. I create for this man. This man who's my husband, I'm the one who creates for him. So why would I crave something that I can do? If I want chocolate, I will, go to the kitchen, mix. Basadi, I wish she's gotten it because of now it's a chocolate cake by just mixing. So why are you giving me something that I can give to myself? Show me love. Come inside, ask me. Rona basadi, we are emotional. I want you to ask me, how was your day? How are you feeling? How are you? So we've got men who are very entitled. Because I was working the whole day in Katele, she must rub my feet. She must ask me, I act funny. And then when you start being disrespectful, yeah, what the I'd rather go outside. My 2000. So we are losing this thing so much that our kids are going to have a problem when it comes to marriages because I'm raising a daughter, guys. I'm not gonna let my daughter submit to nothing. I'm not gonna let my daughter submit to nonsense or we are limala. And if you allow it as a woman, you are passing it on. And if he's an abuser as a man, thinking because of and a man have got this thing. When you are making money, yeah, buy this, buy that, because of your no, I can easily leave you and go and date a man because
The
this
fresh.
man listens to me. This man sees me. As a woman, we want to be seen. This man sees me. This man knows how I feel. This man can tell, baby, you are not okay. What's wrong? Not a man who doesn't care. And I feel like I can get a woman at any time. Go around and get women at any time. Women will show you pepe.
Yeah, no, I do hear you. I do hear you, and you are raising good point. But let us not divert from the thing. Yeah, Yoguti. Look, as a man, I must be respected. Now there are some women by Longhore, they for a man that is respectful, a man who listens, and love. But then a woman that
Lost generation.
you understand.
Ngitsho, Miki
Mara
Bontsha
sometimes you find out Kore wena ntabiseng wa icheba and o divertile wile kwa. Kanta swena it's a generational curse.
Of course.
It's a spell that has been spoken
Eish.
by someone onto your family. And now that thing it goes through. It goes through until it reaches you. Now ki yon tabiseng o kene mo lenyalong o kry-ile Archibald o right bona wa utlwella wa o etsa everything. All these things are right with Archibald. First few years of a relationship are nice. Yeah, we go out and we have fun. Whether Jilly bohobe ka tin fish, bohobe ka metsi, we are still okay, we are happy. But now that thing, that demon rises. Ukuthi ntabise mphela wena generational kwa lona le tswa la break a le last.
Yeah.
Good. As young people
Thank you for
now,
that. Cause
this generation, we are suffering from a lot. And at that, e betha le rona banna. Because you'd find a man o nyala ke ntshipila. Then out of the blue, anger, the spell sa anger ya ko gae. Se tsoga ke le moara lenyalo le wena bobong ke re le sharp. Then ke tlogela ke anger. Now I demand respect from you. And you must respect me. You must feel me.
Kakanya.
You understand? Kante that's the demon ya ko gae.
Yeah.
I'm carrying it. That's why now Harfeto separator after breakup. Now you see me with this woman. The next thing it's no longer this one. It's that one. The next thing is no longer why? Because of I'm trying to find someone who can complete the puzzle. At the same time, I want to punish you and make you feel ukuthi awenzanga next.
Mm.
You understand? Kanti ngiyalimala
Paddy
mina.
shows himself, yeah.
Ngiyalimala. You understand?
Yeah.
There are things that are hurting us inside singamadoda. A man generally as a man is fighting battles. Ukuvuka kwendoda nje, just to wake up in the morning, already you are in battle.
Mm.
Number one, like I'm saying, Mina, if a day goes by and I don't have 100 rands in my bank account,
At least.
I get worried.
Mm.
If a day goes by and I wake up and go to sleep and I did not achieve anything, or I did not speak any words of wisdom to anyone, or I did not guide someone, or heavenly, spiritually, so I did not connect with God, I did not receive any spiritual message, then my day is not fulfilled. You understand? So siyalwa. And now nangilwa kanjalo with my battles. Here you come endlini uyangrasela. Already I feel conquered. You understand?
Yeah.
That's why we end up still estradeni. Kulo yamsindo lo.
And but that's not a solution. You know,
And that is not a solution.
Okay.
you know,
Can I please
Sure.
come in
Yeah,
before
please.
I forget my point? Because
Mm.
I always want to talk, and you guys go on.
Mm.
Coming to the point layer, yeah, generational curse, guys. Just last night, my daughter was showing me her friend. I won't mention her name. She's like, "Mama, do you remember my friend Duban Ban Nangyen?" Yeah, it's like, "Yo, Mama, now she's crazy. Pull my one into lady.
Mm.
She's a drunkard." And the grandmother now, she died the same way. She was crazy, a drunkard. I'm like, "Hey, what happened?"
Very
Circle, and now
yeah.
the friend now. At oh, Mama Pella, apparently the grandmother, Talasha Gana King Stina, and then the friend bewitched her that you know what your generation shall suffer until. Like wow, this is so it's some of the things that we don't look as big when relationship goes sour. We don't check the background. What's
Thank
really
you.
happening.
And
You know what I'm
sometimes-
saying?
Sometimes it's not about ubani washa ubani you feel. It's not about that. It's that thing yokuthi nama families. Nama family, guys.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but nama relatives. And one thing that I've discovered is that even in our relatives, our members, khona le ba bang ba e leng gore ga ba shebile rena o tla ba re, "Nna nna re ke somang."
Una nota fella kae?
Nna nna re tla
that's
fella
true.
kae.
Una nota
Wa
fella
ntlhaloganya, ne?
kae? Mm.
They write you off.
Mm.
Boban, they write you off. So now I normally tell people, Hamatara, I'm written off. Get away. Chebanna.
Mm.
Look at me.
Yeah.
If
be a
you know, if you think
testimony.
when you've been written off,
What
look at me.
Yeah.
If I would, I normally, I was sharing with Pubunki Kere. People look at me today, I'm smiling and I'm happy and I'm glowing.
Yeah.
But if I can show you the scars on my back,
Mm.
No.
if I can just turn and show you my back, Oguti, leli kunenceba la kamamami lana,
Yo.
kunenceba lo mntwana sekhaya lana,
Yeah.
kunenceba lomngani, kunenceba le cousin. You know, there's this cousin of mine, I won't quote her name. The other time, I didn't have a car and he was taking me to my place. And now ngena kwami, kune la isikontiri siphelela khona, it's a gravel road. Wathi kimi wathi mina imoto yami ahambi ku gravel iphelela la.
Wow.
Kusebusuku, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're dropping me off ekhoneni and you're saying imoto yami angeke ikwazi ukuhamba ku gravel. Nangithi ngiyabheka, I mean abantu abahayi abatop bayangena baze kimi bazo negotiating things bangilandelele endlini.
Uhamba nange-Uno.
Wena uza kimi uthi imoto yakho ayingeni. The other time, I was with my daughter and we had a family in Tontun. Then I'm leaving her. No. Itawisa, don't worry. Later on, Patron Zanki he says, "No, you know what? Ish going around like a man. And I've got my friends banking me the guy. You know? So Eroko be halfway. And I had just been hijacked. The trauma of being hijacked and kidnapped. Umpia mohu kinalingwana. My daughter knows that I was hijacked. You know, she's traumatized. The fear for Papa dito tidi kata happen now. You understand? now I have to assure my daughter, no, nothing's gonna happen to you while you're with Papa. You understand? When I got there, when I got home, I remember I said to God, God, help me to forgive everyone that is mistreating me. Buhlungu. Men don't forgive. You have mentioned that earlier on.
Yeah.
It's hard for a man to
It's very
forgive
hard.
because inhliziyo yendod ayilibali. And you
Yeah.
are hurt after hurt after hurt after hurt, and you don't break. That's why I mean, in my foundation, I always tell men, with guys, let's cry. There's this time we did a camp, and I said,
Yeah.
let camp play for this weekend. It's about
Yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
but we are going to kneel down in a wall and we are going to cry.
Yeah.
That's what we are here to do for the whole weekend.
So the
See your
society is in the-
color.
I've seen that actually really help. Like I
relief.
also mentor boys.
Yeah,
If
you
they
know.
come one day, and that we have a weekend where one day we say you need to cry, and I've seen it's even very hard for them to cry because they, you're not taught. They won't have tears, but I would tell them, you know what, express all you can, however you can, and I've seen our men need to have a safe space where they can do that because it has not been given. As you are saying, Hori, families had us. You know what you said, it touched home because I can tell you now, I've been with my husband for 28 years. We're going for 29 this year. It has been the most difficult relationship, not between each other, but what surrounds us. And we decided we want to break those curses. We want to break those generational curses. I want to break the generational curse of my kids having stepfathers. I don't want to have my kids experience a stepfather. I looked at my lineage where I come from. There's been stepfathers. Every firstborn, more Deuteronomy 15 is there. We will have every firstborn. It will be from a different marriage. I want to break that. And God has made sure it actually happens. And what you are saying right now, I'm seeing how my husband is being treated from his family and my family. Ke double. And then he has to go out in the morning and go source out bophelo for his family. He gets bashed again. And when he comes back, he once told me, Hori, Ntabi saying, Hora sa kutlwa honyo. So don't waste your time. Hopefully,
Honyo.
honyo. Are ebile ngwan tipa a robana he matlhaka thoma are we do rak sa utlwa next meskat.
And I
You
love
know?
the fact that you are laughing about it
Yes.
because it's so ufihle mo utlwaelang,
Yeah, and
you know?
I'm used to it. I sometimes I would even say to my kids, Daddy Asaluka, he's no more with
He's
us.
hearing honyo.
He can't hear us anymore.
Because
Nitelangi touched a point. Ya gore I was with my daughter. That for me now, we as women, this is where we take a step back. I'm raising sons, and you must understand the system on its own has cursed men, right? The system, the white supremacy,
Like I
supremacy
said last
system
time,
has cursed black men,
dysfunctional
right?
family.
Now, every boy child goes through and fight his father's battles. He wasn't there, but he fight, and his father is fighting his father's battles. Who stops that curse? It's a woman. Hence, I'm going back to saying, if a man, that's why the scripture says, he who finds a
wife,
finds a
good thing.
Good.
thank you.
And not only that,
Yeah,
he obtains favor
with
from the Lord.
yes. So now, like we are saying, when you meet someone, you already few times of spending time, you already know this is my wife. So as a wife, Luena, you really need to understand who this guy is fighting battles from his father. Who fought his battles from his father? It's a generational curse because our
Yeah.
black men are cursed. Already society says indoda ayikhali, indoda iqinile. I'm raising sons, guys. I've got two beautiful, amazing boys. Now, when society says indoda ayikhali, it means now my sons must suppress all of this pain and all of these things. And when my sons burst out, the society comes back and say, the same society that told them ukuthi bangakhali comes back and say, you are trash for doing what you did. You understand? So I think it's all about understanding each other. The only thing we are missing as women is the communication part. Come home, I want my man to come home, sit down, put his head here, and cry and say, "Baby, it was a hard day. Today was the hardest day. I tried to do one, two, three. I couldn't." Let me say, "Oh, it's okay, Papa. I'll pray about it. I will touch your head and I will pray." And when I'm praying, I'm crying. And when I'm crying, Bona, I'm an emotional being. I talk to God directly as a woman. And you are going to obtain that favor through me. So now it's because of now we are in a generation where men have become something else. We look around. Men are even tired of being strong and Kali. I must provide. Let me rather be a woman. It's easy being a woman. We are taller. Then we've got gays, right? I wanna be a woman as well. I wanna be ngifuna soft life, ngifuna nami ngithole
I
lento
want to
abafazi.
be pampered.
Yeah, I want to be pampered. I want to eat marshmallows because I'm coming endlini. I didn't provide, and then umfazi wasendlini, she's all materialistic. Uzothi useless. I'm going
Exactly.
out ko family ngiyaka getting too saying but akuna sishabo ko. Ay wena umuntu omubi yang.
Yeah.
Colleagues, hey bafethu nizamenke nyaka. Ah wena you know I told him you know, so our men are going through a lot.
And all
And
opportunities are closed for men.
yeah,
Yeah,
Especially in our
all
country.
opportunities are closed for men, especially now.
Mm.
And then now women are playing this part of, I know I can create for you, but I cannot thank kasiki.
Yeah.
Now we are fighting each other because of I'm hurt. Ke tswa ko ke tswileng ko teng, ke gobetse. He's hurt. O tswa ko a tswileng ko teng, o gobetse. We are in our marriage, the battlefield, much. When I start doing ngoba, so my ex-wife used to goba like that, and when she goba like that, uzongisuze. You know, things like that. And I mean, I'm just going in top or something, you know. So we live on past experiences which really don't exist. This is where we need to understand that men need to heal.
yeah,
We
yeah.
need our
Yeah.
men to heal. We need our men to cry. We need our men to speak out. Trust me, as much as the world is full of slay queens, about 2000 and all, there are real women. There are real women.
Yeah.
Mosadi o belegileng ngwana wa moshimane
Yeah.
will understand a pain ya monna. Because now, if I'm cursing you, uli papa bana baka, I'm cursing my kids. Which means my
True.
kids are going to go through the same thing you went through in
Because
this
they
marriage
share
because
the same blood.
they share the same blood, yes.
So
Ke
you
go-
are
ke a go
cursing the
curse-a, ke curse-a
bloodline.
bana baka. Ke a go blessa, ke blessa bana baka. You understand?
Mm.
So Nati, as women, we need to just play a part. And I think I'm gonna give it to you so that you can just wrap it up, have your last words and just
And I
go
also
away
want
with
to
it.
ask you that maybe also say, Hori, where can men get help? Because maybe sometimes we are saying go to counseling and you find
And it's
counseling
not
is not the
helping.
best place. Because most of the time, if you Google, you find counseling, give a side effect.
Yeah.
It's in men, you know.
Mm.
Where is a safe space for men to go?
All right. My last word will be, look, akunalento yokuthi indoda ayikhali. Ntho ya gore monna ke nkulela ka mogare. You know, now I dare to say, nna pudi. You know, rasa, go to iya ko sekgweng ko sa boneng ke motho and cry. You know, cry until you feel the satisfaction, the peace. You know, because at the end it's all about you. You understand? If you feel it's too heavy or you want to talk to somebody, hashtag I want to be a better father is there. Archibald Letela Mokobu. I'll leave my contacts, you know, where maybe you can just call me. You can send me a WhatsApp and say, look, I need to talk. You can come in our seminars and you know, we are growing this thing, you know, and it is my heart's desire to create a space for men to just cry because really men are going through a lot. I don't want to lie. If I would, hence I'm saying Uti, a lot of people see me now today. Ungbona ku smoking mirrors ngivela, ungbona on blockchain bioscope ngivela, and you think everything is good with this guy. He's fine. You see me driving, you say, yo, this guy. I mean, especially when I drive, I love singing and dancing. And you'd say, this guy is good. This guy is happy. You know, everything is fine with him. Kanti awas. Ngihlukumezwa ufamily, ngihlukumezwa umndeni. I'm paying for the previous mistakes that I've done in life. You understand? To such a point that even when I try to do good today,
Doesn't
nothing makes sense to people. Why? Because ngapula glass, ngai break this glass when I was 15. My mother is still angry. Ukuthi ngipule glass. You understand? And the anger now goes to mama sharing it with the siblings. So, Pelo puto in wines are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Even with your kids.
You know, even with my kids, sometimes
Yeah.
that goes out to the kids as well. You'd find my daughter or my kids not be receiving the love from my family
Yeah.
simply because of my mistakes.
Yeah.
You understand? Go go the siblings. Renale, this thing that I'm going through, yeah, favoritism in families.
Oh,
You
yes,
understand?
that's the biggest.
Hey, you know, mama kono rata banaba o
Yeah.
arate leba ola.
Yeah.
Why? Because of Baba Mufachele. Then when because you are not working well,
Mm,
banaba how they are not
that's
considered.
true.
That on its own can be stressful to you as a man. You hence I'm saying a man already. So men don't cry. That is nothing.
Doesn't work.
A man must cry. A man must cry. When you're a man, you must cry. I want to monna ki pudi or ki ngulel na pudi ullele ko ntle. If
Yeah.
you want to cry, if you want to talk, hashtag I want to be a better father foundations. Letelang Archibald Mohobu 076 That's where you find me.
Literally, guys, napudi and go me, please. Rather me than because that brings something. Balaleli, you know, I feel this is a very touching topic, and I feel like, oh, my brother, you've unpacked,
Yeah.
and I feel like there's more to unpack.
There
So we are
is.
going to create another exclusive day, just a 1 hour day where you are
let
unpacking
it
more,
out.
let it
Let it
out,
out.
because now I know Guti, there's a lot of men who will definitely, you know, you receive this and understand. And thank you for today, and thank you everyone. You know where to find us, Bubunki and friends,
And I
every
also want to
Tuesday.
say,
Mm-hmm.
I've also discovered there's another network where there's men who actually communicate. And I've been in that group where
Okay,
they
okay,
actually share.
okay. Can we put that on the
Yes,
below? Because now we
just
need to
want
go.
say,
Our
I
time
just
is.
want to say we'll
Mhm.
share it on there where men actually communicate and they
Mhm.
comfort each other and they share all their issues
Mhm.
and then they get help.
No, Rekodibu Wapa, no, this is Bubunki and friends. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, viewers. Please like, subscribe, share, and of course, we cannot forget our favorite sponsor. You know, the uniform. Legacy on the Dam. This is where we are. This is our home. You know, all the details for Legacy on the Dam will be, you know, below in all our social media platforms. From Bubunki and friends, we are signing out.
Thank you.